Let's go! This is the 2027 Mercedes GLB 350 4MATIC. This is the most powerful GLB on offer currently. And this is dual motor, 354 horsepower. We can even say beast, because for a Mercedes-Benz and compact SUV, this is like GLA, GLB, A-Class, CLA, this sort of small range vehicles or compact. This is unheard of to have this sort of power in a non-AMG version. And we will measure the 0 to 100 kilometers per hour and 0 to 60 miles per hour. And I can already tell you that this is faster than quoted times, because this is just crazy how great the power on this and power deployment, power delivery on this is, and also the cornering capabilities. So I will tell you everything during the driving portion of the video. But let's go ahead and check out this AMG line beautiful spec, this sort of quote-unquote standard white spec. So this is white paint. And as you can see, this is paired with the night package. So the window trim, the mirrors are darkened. And also with AMG line, you can see these sort of design areas. It's all sort of vents, but they're not the real vents, these design vents. They are gloss black. So everything on the front looks much more, I would even say, sporty and AMG-like. We can see similar thing on the new S-Class. So a really nice detail, and I would even say that this looks better than the new CLA, to me actually, to me at least. So yeah, also in the front you can see this more angular grille, so it does look more sharp and more like a rugged, more angular than the CLA, which I definitely like more. Here we have these star headlights, so these are multi-beams and they are much better than previously. Also check out these lights here, and also these chrome inserts, Mercedes badge and radar behind it, and also this middle A-wing design is in gloss black. So the whole car is really looking great, and I would even say better than the previous generation of the GLB, and so angular. Also gone is this portion which went up and towards the back in the previous GLB, so it does look more athletic and more, we can say, rugged, more better, or yeah, I don't even know words, but it does look better than the previous one. Also wheel arches, I think they look a little bit maybe different, maybe a little bit more angular. And also check out the wheels. This is a new design and I really love it. This is gloss black on the inside, and on the spokes and on the outside is like this sort of aluminum finish. This is diamond cut design. Also AMG logo here embossed, and also this sort of, it looks almost like AMG stripes actually when I'm now looking at this. These are Bridgestone tires, Turanza 6 MO and Liten. Yeah, hopefully I'm reading this correctly. 235/50 R19, and also this lower portion is in gloss black, so this looks sort of, we can even say like hidden, because here in this portion in the middle we have the battery pack. The whole glass on the roof is now panoramic sunroof, so much bigger than the previous GLB. And also in the back we have completely new design, something new what Mercedes didn't really do before, and this is like a, yeah, like a sci-fi design almost, I would say. You can see these Mercedes stars here, and this like continuous line as well, formatting on the right side and GLB 350 on the left side. So we have GLB 200 with smaller battery, GLB 250, a little bit larger battery and more power, then GLB 250 Plus, so that's essentially the same battery as here, 85 kilowatts, and that's a rear-wheel drive. This one is even more powerful than the 250 Plus, and it's also 4MATIC, so that's also something to keep in mind if you actually need this much of power. But maybe you need 4MATIC. In that case, currently this is the only one with 4MATIC. Also Mercedes-Benz badge here in the middle. So let me know what you think about this design. This is the key fob here as well. Smaller one, smaller design than the larger Mercedes vehicles. So from the side profile it does look good, this car, and better than the CLA. So for me this one is actually my choice. Now let's go ahead and check out 2X. Let's go ahead and check out the frunk. So here we have the frunk, and it's quite on the larger side, as you can see. So yeah, you can fit many things here. I think it's even larger than in the CLA. Definitely looks like a deeper one than the CLA. So yeah, I think very useful. You can store many things here. I would even say 2 of my backpacks you can store here easily. And I would even say, yeah, like a cabin trolley for the airplane. You can, yeah, and some other things like a duffel bag. So very good in terms of the, yeah, in terms of the cargo space in the front for sure. Now let's go ahead and check out the rear. This one you need to like close like this. Now let's go ahead and check out the rear cargo. Alright, so the frunk is 127 liters, so quite a lot in terms of the space. The cubic feet you can check out on the screen. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the rear cargo. Of course the tailgate is electric. And first I want to show you this. So this is the tow hook, so you can tow a trailer, or you can put here like a bikes and have it as yeah, as some bike carrier. So this is like a half automatic. So this will release now, and you need to like push it back. Some people do this with their feet. I'm doing this by hand, manually, and it needs to click. Okay, so when you hear a click, it means everything is good. 540 liters is actually the space, cubic feet, of course you can see on the screen. Here is my backpack, and you can see here what kind of space are we working with. This is my tripod and the compressor. I took this with me as well. Underneath the boot floor we have actually more storage. Check this out, cables, and we can lower actually the boot floor. So this one is raised currently, but you can lower it. Also we can fold the seats, and we can move the whole bench as well. And this is like a ski hatch, let's say smaller one, or actually a larger ski hatch. So yeah, and here actually you can put skis, golf bag for example. The variability is really huge on this car. And this is how you can close, of course. Touch a button, or you can kick under the vehicle. Welcome on board of the GLB 350 4MATIC, and this is the top version of the electric GLB. So essentially this is the most powerful one in terms of the Mercedes-Benz range. There is no AMG version of this vehicle, so this one is the most powerful. So we have dual motors, 354 horsepower. So in terms of the pure numbers, this is really powerful. Quoted time from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour or 62 miles per hour is 5.5 seconds. And today we will measure with GPS timing gear if we can achieve this sort of numbers, or hopefully faster. And most of the time other vehicles are faster, so it's really interesting what kind of numbers can we get. So in the Mercedes lineup now we have the entry one, which is the CLA, and then we have CLA shooting brake in some markets, and then we have the GLB. So in this regard we have these two options for the MMA, so the entry-level platform, we can say. And it's really interesting to see these options. We are still waiting for the younger brother of this vehicle, so let's see, but this easily would be my favorite in terms of what this car actually can give you, because it's so practical and it's a little bit more than the CLA, but the utility and practicality is huge compared to the CLA. Also, you are sitting a little bit higher up, so that's also really good in terms of the visibility. So this one has the passive suspension, so there is no adjustable suspension on this car, but I can tell you that this suspension is really tuned to amazing balance between the comfort and sporty behavior, and also it has this sort of rugged behavior, so it feels like this is more substantial in this off-road vehicle, I would even say. Of course, it's not the G-Class, but it feels like a small G-Class, although there will be a mini G-Class coming as well, but this really feels like this smaller, rugged version of the compact AMG. And I told you in many videos that my favorite recuperation is actually no recuperation, so or the auto, the intelligent recuperation, but definitely the D+, so no recuperation, just sailing, is one of my favorites for sure. And that's mainly because this car being on the heavier side, when you let it go, when you let it sail, it just goes and goes and goes. Like if you have a combustion car and you are in neutral and you go with the vehicle in basically for free, so the engine is idling in that car. In this car there is of course no engine, so the car is just sailing pretty easily. And I really love the behavior of the GLB. It's so easy, but I would even say this is more fun to drive than the CLA, and that's mainly because, yeah, it really has this substantial feeling to it, and overall to me it's just much more fun to drive. The torque is 515 Nm, so that's even more than a 45S AMG or CLA 45S, so quite a huge number. With electric cars we have the full power from the get-go. Let's go ahead and experience what can we get from this really powerful GLB 250. Let's go. Wow, this is so fast. 0 to 100 km/h or 62 mph in 4.8 seconds. Quoted time is 5.5 seconds, so this is 0.7 seconds faster than quoted time, and to 60 mph only 4.5 seconds. So wow, this is mind-blowingly fast. What this car is capable of, it's incredible. This amount of the power is really crazy in this, we can say, small SUV, small crossover. This is not a huge car, it's a one level lower than the GLC, and overall, yeah, overall this car is a compact one, can be 7-seater if you want, also has adjustable rear bench, so there is a lot of practicality infused with this vehicle, and also it has 4.5 seconds to 60. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. And yeah, for a non-AMG, this one is really powerful, and I would even say that it feels like an AMG. Certainly from a power perspective, and also the handling is really nice. Check this out. Wow, it's really it's really powerful, and also it handles very nicely in the corners. Of course, it's not as flat as you might expect from some other AMGs, but it's not wobbly whatsoever. So it really has this nice heft to it in the corners, and it feels so planted, and yeah, it feels just so good.